The following Facilities Management Insight was filmed at the NFMT Conference and Expo.
The problem that we have at work with my other facility managers is motivation for our employees. Our employees haven't gotten union raises in a couple of years. Contracts are expired. There's no motivation anymore. They come to work because they need the paycheck. They're not doing the extra. They're not going the extra mile because they feel they're not underappreciated and nobody cares. So how do you motivate without pay raises?
Why, thank you.
Good question. Excellent question.
Give the guy with the paycheck, ask him.
Well, I think there are a couple of things, but in my experience, some of the best environments where we see good culture around FM isn't just about the paycheck. It's really an integration of HR policies to ensure that from a flexible working style with all of the different demands that people have in their lives today, right? You've got child care, you've got elderly care. You need to, run little Johnny to his baseball game at 3 o'clock, and sometimes you don't get off until 3:30. So there are ways to offset that whole cost issue. Because let's face it, for the past 10 years, it's really been more of a buyer's market for the companies, right? But the economy's changing, more jobs are going to be out there, and people are going to get ready to walk out the door. So you need to figure out what you can do today to increase that motivation and to keep the ones that you want to stay. Although sometimes that never works that way. It's the ones you don't want that will stay, and the ones that you do want will find the opportunities because those are the talented individuals. So tying in, I think, policies is one way to, without a pay raise, to give them a little more flexibility and feel like they have a little more empowerment over what they do.
Yeah, and then the other side of it is, what really motivates people. There's always the 7-4 people. We need those folks. Somebody has to do the work. So that's fine. They may have completely different motivators. If you go back to Maslow's theory of hierarchy or Herzberg or Blanchard or Myers-Briggs, you use the tools of leadership to find out what the motivators of those people are. Maybe they are 7-4 people. They're there for a paycheck, to pay their rent, to pay the mortgage, to pay the bills, to get the health insurance for their families, and that's fine. The intrinsic reward may be that pat on the back in the hallway saying, hey, appreciate you being here. But you got to understand human nature and what are they there for? What's the reason for their being? And it's not, I don't think there's anything wrong with asking them, and what motivates you? Well, a paycheck. Well, that's cool. Well, what motivates you? Well, the love of my job. That's a different motivator. Agreed? So you got to find out what that baseline is first.